Hey, what's up everyone? It's Jay from Jay's Tech and Tips, J69 plus 1 on the Xbox One. Get all the house cleaning out the way first. Don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, share. It does make a difference. It does. It's nice if you guys do that, but when I find out new things, I like to share them with you guys, tech or however's related. So, as you know, I've been playing a lot of Destiny lately. So on this one, what I'm trying to do is, as of today, I'm trying to complete this the bounty for the path of the Voidwalker. So what this does is it's going to give you, I believe, a warlock bond or something like that for the warlock. So what you want to do now, I've seen different ways to do this, and I'm gonna do this voiceover as it's playing. I did one snipe because the video ended up going kind of long and something was wrong with my hardware, so I wasn't able to record the voices. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do this quick voiceover, and I sliced it up. So you want to go to the moon, to Earth, and go to the Devil's Lair. Yeah, you don't have to worry about the difficulty because, as you know, with the Taken King now, well, I guess it's just for this week that the difficulties are just at I think it was 8 or something like that, wherever it was at. So let's see. So what you want to do here, and I'm sorry, don't pay attention to my to me up on the screen. I'm sitting here recording, streaming to Twitch, thinking I could do the recording this way, and nevertheless, like I said, I had a bad hardware failure, so my voice, there was some snapping or some popping or something in the background, so needless to say, it didn't record, so I'm doing this voiceover. Okay, so I'm going to be doing this on the fly as you're going. I just did this a little while ago, so I haven't had a chance to go through and skim through the video. So if I'm off a little bit, bear with me. So first thing you want to do is, now, it's suggested that when you go here that you're in a team. However, as you know, for this strike, you need 3 people to go to a team. But if you're like myself, like I know a lot of you are, you don't really have a lot of friends that you play with all the time. So what you can do is, now as you notice, the first 2 people went ahead to start the strike. So what I did is I just went off there a little bit to the right. Now what I'm doing here is, first of all, the first thing you want to do is build up your super. Now this is assumption that you've did all other, I think it was 8 steps of the other 8 steps you need. Here's what I did. Now as you can see, Light Beyond Nemesis and Bad Juju. Now what these are going to do is, this is going to allow you to get the maximum herbs. Whoa, well, I'm thinking orbs that you can. Now there's a couple of spots. Now I'm just running around here right now, and I will get to the key points of where you need to be, so you don't get lost in here. But right now what I'm doing is I'm building up my super. So I'm using Bad Juju. See, like things like that, you want to use your Bad Juju, and use those to do it, because that's going to build your super up faster. When I'm using my my melee, or my grenades, not really helping the cause. But if you see me zoom in to those pipes, if you will, call them pipes, that's where you want to key in on. That's going to be a key point for this video. Okay, so there's my super. So when you're right here, what you want to do is come around to the side. Okay, just line yourself up, jump up here. Now, right inside of this area here, there should be 2 red bars. Let's see, it's 1, 2, and 2 yellows. Now if you get all 4 of those together, do your grenades and look down in the corner, 8 orbs. Okay, so that's going to be the system for this. For some reason right here, it kicked us to orbit. Now this is the trick inside, that's what's involved in here. If you're doing it with other people, they're going ahead supposedly and finishing the strike. So this is time sensitive. Now when it booted us back, it did it twice. It booted me back here to the refinery, as if we were going on with the mission. As you notice, one of the other people ran back out the opposite way also. So I'm not sure if this person, if they have another place where they were actually doing the same thing. So this strike isn't very hard, and technically you could solo it. So if the other people did quit out on you. Not sure if it needs to have more than one person to finish the strike. I don't think so, but you could finish it yourself. But it would be nice when you get to the server at the end to have at least 2 people. But nevertheless, so I'm on my way back over here now. I have one. So for this quest, it requires you to get 7 orbs 2 times. 7 orbs 3 times, and to complete the strike. Now I do have one already. Now I've chopped this video up a little bit to conserve time, but one thing, if I get ahead of myself, one thing that I did notice, if you remember the old it wasn't a well, yeah, Rocket Yard. You remember right out that door. So I'm gonna zoom in right over there, get that guy. So right in the door to your left, it will spawn enemies over and over again if you stand back. I remember you stand on top of the pipes and stuff like that, and the enemies will spawn. So that's a good, right there where I just zoomed in at. So that's a good spot for you to be right here, and just wait for the enemies to come out, and just keep shooting them over and over again, building up your super. And if you guys watch any of my other Destiny videos that I've been grinding out my Grimoire, see, there they are again. See, that was a stupid throw. I didn't want it. Shouldn't have used those. I should use my bad juju, because that's what's going to get the super up faster. But if you remember the other videos, always try to do 2 to 3 things at once. So right now for my Grimoire, I still need 4,000 kills for my level 3 of my pulse rifle. So I'm taking care of that also. Plus, that's a little stupid trick that they say works that makes it go faster. I'm doing that. And what else was I doing on this one? See, there it goes. It booted me to the lobby again. Well, it booted us back. So as you can see, these guys are playing also. They're doing something also. I'm not quite sure. The screen will show you. Now see, we're back at the refinery. And let's see if this other guy. So I cut the video right now. So what I did notice, what I want to tell you guys, if you've gotten the gist of what you need to do. So I have my super already, but for some reason, after the second time that I got my second 8 kills, you only need 7, but I got the second set of kills. For some reason, it wouldn't spawn the yellow level enemies. So it was just spawning a captain and a couple of, you know, lower, but the captain was red. So for some reason, I couldn't understand why it kept spawning that over and over again. So what I did here is, I ran, if this happens to you, I ran all the way back until I got to where it said refinery at. As you can see, about right in here somewhere. Now, there was a refinery. So I'm assuming it reset. Now, you shouldn't have to do this every time, because I've done it. I did this like 3 times. I did it one time. I got all 3 of my kills, but I was taking my time to all 3 of my sets of kills. So I was taking my time. And what ended up happening was the 2 guys that went ahead and on the strike, they ended up finishing the strike before I could run and before I got my 3rd set, actually before I got the 3rd set. They had finished the strike, so it didn't count. So you will get credit for finishing the strike. Now that I run back over here and I already have my super, you always want to check. Especially check for the 2 red bars. Because if you have the 2 red and 2 yellow and 1 of the red, you'll be fine. Now right here, as you can see, there we go, spawn 8 orbs. So what I do now is, what I had planned on doing, because in the background I could see one of the other guys playing, and he was, I could still see his number. Like, actually, I thought I could see both guys. See, as you can see in the foreground over there, there's a third, I forgot his name. I don't know who these guys are. Like I said, I just get to strike randomly. So I saw the name, so I figured, well, I'll go. I'm not sure what this guy's doing. Maybe he's doing the same thing in a different spot. So I had planned on running to go and join him. But if you look down, I believe coming up in here, it'll say the 0 up top. It says mesh layers activated. So that means this person was doing something else, and now all of a sudden they're at the point to where Okay, now the mesh layers are activated. So they've been playing around or doing something else down there, which works out well for me. So what I ended up doing was coming right on time. Now this is just luck of the draw, so I don't think this will happen to you guys. But like I said, you want to make sure that if you're doing this in this spot, that you do it in a timely manner. Because if you don't, you may run out of time. You may have two guys that are really good. This is a very easy strike too, and they'll finish it beforehand. So as you can see, here's a guy, and I bow to him. I dance to him. He doesn't pay attention though. But and we go ahead and we finish the strike. So what we're doing here now, and I just ended up keeping my bad juju on, even though this is something that I probably wouldn't use here. I think I switched up and went to my, what do you call it? Yeah, my black hammer. I like the black hammer for this one when I'm killing the tank and doing other things of that sort. Delete some of these things, stupid things. And if you guys are enjoying this Taken King and you're seeing these and you're saving your greens, because you know they were saying that your greens and blues are going to be just as more powerful as most of your exotic weapons. Okay, those are not these weapons that they're talking about. The weapons that are dropping right now are still lower. They're, I don't know what they are. Like, I think the max level is 170. And if you get some of these weapons are like 160 or something like that. So don't worry about any of these, anything that drops now from any strike or anything that you're doing, because you can delete those. These aren't the greens or the blues that they were talking about that are going to be the ones that are just as good. You'll know. And I haven't seen this, as barely this has just started today and yesterday. Now I have a light score of 170, I believe. Yeah, a light score of 170, and I don't see you as of this point being able to get more than that. Now I could be wrong, someone can correct me if you can, but I don't think you can get more than 170 right now. So, and the reason I have 170, I have all 170 level equipment on, plus the ghost. See, that was a key. A lot of people, you have to have a ghost. Like the ghost that I have is a 180 ghosts, which still did it rounded up, so it still rounded down. I mean, it put me still at 170 overall, and I haven't seen anyone with a higher at this point. This is Wednesday now. At this point, I don't think you can get higher than that right now, because there aren't any weapons or anything that are dropping. Any other weapons that drop that put you any higher, I'm assuming that you would have to be at level 40 to even equip those weapons. For instance, like the Warlock Bond that we're going to get for completing this, you cannot even equip that right now, because you have to have you have to be at level 40 to even equip it. So what I'm doing here, so you can see, oh, I wanted to check it right down there on the bottom if you saw it. So it said, I wanted to make sure, because wouldn't that have been something if I mistakenly only got 2 of the, of the 77 or create 7 orbs, only did it twice, not 3 times. That would have been something if I did that all that time and then ran and finished the mission and didn't end up getting it. So I just checked it real quick to make sure. You always want to make sure that you're doing that. I don't know why right now. I could have been doing my pulse rifle kills, level 3. I think I need maybe 30 or 40 more, about 300 or 400 more actually on there. Gosh, it made me remember how good Bad Juju was, or still is for that matter. I'm really enjoying the, if you guys have been playing the Crucible. Crucible is really not a big fan of Rift so far, and like I said, if you because I am one of the people, one of the few who, I don't have a regular fire team. I get really frustrated with chatterboxes, I like to call them, people who talk too much and just talk. See, what am I doing here? I think I'm deleting. Oh, because all those little things. I knew you were gonna come and start talking. So, yeah, baby. Yes. So I don't have a regular fire team. I have met a couple of good guys that are, but I'm assuming they have a team. they have teams they play with also. So I just pretty much do everything random, which is pretty bad because from my understanding, you're going to need a fire team for a lot of the things to be completed in the manner that they are. Well, I'm a big Crucible guy. I have over 3,500 before Taken King. Before this patch 2.0, I had over, I think 3,520 was my Grimoire score. And with playing on the new maps, it jumped that up even more. Funny thing, let's see if he comes in right now. So there you go, right there. So did you notice that? So all of this time that this video has been going, this guy, and plus I cut half of it off, splice it together. The other guy is still here, and this wasn't a random guy. This was the same guy with the same name that started the mission. So he must have been off, is doing some type of grinding or something too, and now he's either he finished it or I'm not quite sure, and he decided to join back in. So now, luckily enough, there's all three of us. So we're all three back here to take on this tank and knock this out really quick and get to the final boss. Oh, I know the third thing that I was doing. I still need my tier 3 strikes, which is I know, yeah, let it go. I know that I'm still doing my tier 3 strikes. So on my tier 3 strikes, this is one of the missions that you get credit for 3. Here you go, baby. So this is knocking out 3 strikes for me also. I'm not quite sure. I don't think I'm really close to the 250 that I need, whatever it is. But I'm working on my tier 3 strikes. So we're gonna take this guy out, and really looking forward to the Taken King. I think the most thing I'm looking forward to the Crucible play. New weapons. I mean, I just gotten good. Well, not really just gotten good, but comfortable with my setup that I had in Crucible. I mean, like just the other day, I had 3 games of 35. I think it's 35, 34, and 34. Back to back to back. You know, I figured like one game was kind of luck and the other game's not. And my setup was a pretty simple set. And what was really crazy about that was I have been playing my Warlock for the past month because I didn't have anything else to do. So I was working on my Grimoire score and I needed Crucible kills as a Warlock. So I was playing with my as a Hunter. And the Hunter is my worst class that I do not like. Out of all 3, I have all 3 classes, all 34s. But I was playing with my my Hunter, and as you know, if you guys have played with Hunter and Warlocks or back-to-back, jumping when you switch characters, oh, it messes you all up. So when I went back to my Warlock, which is my main character, Warlock Master Race, it took some getting back used to him again, you know, like that, even though it hadn't been that long since I had played with him. So right here, what I should have done before, instead of when I was playing around, I should have already switched to my Gallahorn for the servitor boss. So if I would have done it a little bit earlier, so then my timer would have been done. So you time it out so that by the time you get there, you unload my 7 rockets into them, and I have my other 7 rockets just ready to go. I just do it again and have my other 7 rockets. But I didn't time it out. I wasn't thinking. I was concentrating on this or doing something else at the time. But so I'm really looking forward to the Crucible. Like you said, it's not that I'm not a team player, but I don't really have a group that I play with like that. So I'm not looking as much. Oh, I guess I just did it right there. I'm not looking to the raid. Like I'm excited about it like that, but until I got with a really good group that I play with frequently and we learn each other, you know, things like that, then the raid would be just something, you know, I'll go to, what is it, LFG? Yeah, I go to LFG and find a group and stuff like that. But the bad thing about it, and I usually keep my mic off. When I play with random parties like that, I keep my mic off because people just chatter boxes, and it's not even so much the kids. It's just people start talking about things that have nothing to do with the task at hand. I can remember doing Skolas, and there's a guy talking about After this, you guys want to do Vault of Glass. And Skolas is whooping our ass at the time, and he's steady talking about Vault of Glass. That just really gets irritated. I'll just dashboard. A lot of times, I just forget dashboard. I'm not going to hear it. I'm going to hear this stuff. But then other times, I've got with a lot of good groups. I mean, every good group needs a leader. Someone's going to say, hey, this is what we're doing, guys. And then you need the followers. You need people that are going to say, yeah, that's what we're going to do. And they're willing to listen to them. So I'm going to just finish this video off for you guys. We take care of this servitor pretty quick. Like I said, I get my credit for 3 strikes on this one also, and I will show you at how it pops at the end. I think I did finish the video off and show you what the rewards are for completing the quest. Now, one thing that I did note, and I didn't know this, I don't know how this happened. I had switched characters in the middle. I don't know if this happened with everyone else. If you get separate quests of Voidwalker and a Sunslinger quest. But I ended up getting, I had both quests at the same time, and I couldn't figure out, well, one, it says create 25 orbs. That was like step 2 or 3. Well, I ended up finishing, as you can see right here, I'm going to finish this with the Voidwalker. And then, so for my, and in case someone wants to know, that's the NL Shadow. And people ask me what gun is that, a lot like that. It's one of my favorite guns. It doesn't have an element on it, but it is one of the, has the best fire rate, and it does well for me. So as you can see right there in the corner, Path of the Voidwalker. So now we go and talk to Ikor, or whatever her name is. But so now it says, I guess there's 2 separate quests. I don't know how I ended up getting both of those, but it's one for the Sunslinger and one for the Voidwalker. So I'm going to be completing that one. I've already at stage 4 of that one, so I'm not quite sure what else. If that is similar to this one, it seems like it wouldn't be as easy to create the orbs as it would for the Voidwalker, but nevertheless, we'll see. So let's go to the tower and show you guys what this cloak, not cloak, this Warlock bond looks like. I really hate loading screens. I like the fact that they have gotten rid of that you can turn in your quests, your bounties just from your dashboard. You don't have to go to the tower to turn in quests. However, they're still making the tower prevalent, because all the different quests and things that you're going to be doing, you still have to go and turn in your quest and the gunsmith and everything like that. Speaking of the gunsmith, real quick, I'm not too happy with that so far. The rocket launcher, the Suros rocket launcher, is garbage, and I don't know if different perks are going to come up and like that, but I mean, it shoots straight forward. I mean, it's there's nothing special about it so far. I went ahead and completed the task, whatever, for that one. So if I want to buy it next week, I guess I could, but don't think I'll be doing that. Now, there's a sniper rifle. Gosh, I wish I had the name up. I can't think of the name of the sniper rifle. That is really nice, and I like that one. And I think I did the. Let me look at this real quick, and I'll tell you guys what it's called. Oh, that's the fusion rifle. So the sniper rifle, it's one of those hockeys. I guess that's how you pronounce it. It's a hockey test A. Now that's really nice. It has a nice sound to it and everything. I did that one, and the hockey, also another hockey test A pulse rifle. So those are the 2 that I did. I probably will be getting next week. So as you know, now when you do any quest, you have to come down to your well, in my case, the Warlock, come down here, and as you can see, it says talk to Ikor. There it is, and there's the bond. Now, like I said, you won't be able to equip that until you're level 40, but I'm pretty sure that day 1 next Tuesday I'll be a level 40, and I'm going to try to concentrate on my Warlock character. I'm not going to try to, who cares about getting, at this point, getting all 3 characters to that level. But hey guys, thanks a lot for tuning in to the video. Hope this guys helped you out. As you can see, saving all of those, level up. So there's my other Sunslinger bounty. But hey, thanks a lot guys. I appreciate you guys tuning in. If you like, hit the like, subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in the next video.